Hey, if you got a website, you want it doing everything it can to bring customers in. And we're here with Dan Carbone right here. And Dan,
guys.
What are like the 5 reasons that their website might not be generating the leads?
I would say the number one reason that I've seen is it's technical.
Yes.
They have a robot file that says "do not follow," and I've seen this. I know it's
really
it's crazy. It's a little text file that goes just into the root of and the search engine first checks that and says, "Oh, I'm not allowed to follow."
Who would know about that except someone like you?
So here's the crazy thing about it: developers will turn that on when they're developing a website because they don't want the search engine to find it, right? And they forget to turn it off.
You're kidding me.
And literally, I'll see companies go through like 2 or 3 different marketing agencies or whatever, and they can't figure out why nothing indexes, and it's just because that little file.
Sometimes it's the smallest thing.
Yeah,
but
it really is.
You never know to look for that.
Right,
okay,
right.
There's
right,
one.
That's I mean, I think the second reason why it doesn't generate leads is it's more emotional connection. Just doesn't pull at the heartstrings of the buyer.
Yeah.
It's just stock photos, kind of plain Jane, that type of thing. I think third reason is lack of content, which probably ties in with that emotional connection, right?
Do you mean amount of content or the type of content?
Probably like what I'm saying is like 2 paragraphs and a generic photo, like that kind of thing.
I see those.
Third reason is this one's actually probably the biggest one I've seen outside of the robot file. Is you list all your services on one page. Google will not rank that page. So if you're like our services and you just have a bunch of bullet points, not
really,
gonna work.
Everything has to be on a different page.
No, it's got to be pertinent. If I'm searching for chocolate cupcakes as an example, and you have a page that's got like a bullet point, strawberry cupcakes, chocolate cupcakes, and so on and so forth, the guy that wrote an article on chocolate cupcakes is going to win over my bullet every day strong.
Okay.
So that's
kind of like focus. I mean, it's a little bit of focus on what people are looking for.
It's just high quality content is super important. We basically create what we like to say high quality lead generating content.
Yeah.
And I guess that's probably the last one. If you don't have high quality lead generating specific content, and there's lots of little formulas in there that make up what that is, you're not going to rank. But I've kind of given you the clues on the first 4. Figure out how you can get to the 5th.
Yeah, okay. And
and really the reality is to get to the 5th, it takes time.
Sure.
And it takes the right people, the right knowledge to do it.
Yeah.
And you notice I didn't really use the word SEO in there, right? So
yeah, and usually that's the first thing. It's like
that's
SEO.
That's what they'd say, but it's really just value. Do people value what you're saying or not? Because that's what's going to rank, and that's what's not going to rank.
Yeah.
And it's like, the problem with SEO is if the emotional connection isn't there and the content isn't right, I always say you're just polishing up something that nobody wants to read or connect with you in your heart, right?
Real connection.
And so technical SEO really isn't it. That's why it sort of gets a bad name. It's like these guys they're really doing work on getting something found that nobody wants to read.
Yeah, and that's a problem. I mean, that's one thing to get somebody's attention, but if you can't keep it,
right? Then Google will delist it anyways after a while because there's just no value in it. So
those are 5 clues.
Yeah,
you take a look at your own stuff and just get a sense of maybe where you need to bulk up. And thanks. But the one that blew me away, that little bug that's hiding the
little bug. I can't. I'm always like intrigued when I find that one.
Yeah, that's
I'm like, oh my gosh, this will be an easy client to get moving when that happens.
Find that switch.
Right, exactly.
It's not always that easy, but anyway, hey Dan, thanks a lot for sharing.
Take care, everybody.